So this is what we finna do, right? This dude here, he got game scattered. So this is what we finna do. So this is the gauntlet right here. So if y'all don't know what a gauntlet is, right? So I made my own gauntlet. Yes, I have 2 gauntlets. The first one was an anime runner gauntlet or whatnot. I do plan on doing more, but we're gonna see what it really says who they want to be in the gauntlet, right? So this is the first one. And you have to watch anime to know what I'm talking about with the gauntlets and or played certain games. Okay, so boom, here we go, right? So we got Cloud versus Samurai Showdown, Jin from fucking Ghost of Tsushima, Zayute from Dynasty Warriors, and Onimusha. With that being said, you know what I'm saying? Let's look at some of Cloud's footwork, and then we're gonna do some reading up on Cloud. Before we finish that video, people, I want to bring to your attention my sponsor, which is Alien J Arts and Crafts. Looking for custom tumblers that blend creativity with personal fare? Alien J Arts and Crafts might be your next favorite find. Run by Jessica Little, this small business offers handcraft designs, bringing personality to your drinkware, from sunflower themes to glittery finishes. Glittery. I'm thrilled to present Alien J's Arts and Crafts, a rising creative brand found by Jessica Little that transforms everyday drinkware into a personal experience with a lot of expressions of style and inspiration. Specializing in custom tumblers, trays, anime themes, personal themes, and whatever theme that you want to bring to life while you live your everyday life. Alien J merges handcraft designs with bold, eye-catching eyeball aspects that resonate across the communities. Custom tumblers for gifts, events, or everyday use. Personalized service with attention to detail. Support a local creator passionate about their craft. They might even be better than the Stanley Cups. And she also makes mouse pads, and also she makes trays for, whatever you want to do. You want to build your own cigarettes. So, if you have any time, please stop by Alien J's Arts and Crafts. You can mostly find her on Facebook, and she does have an Instagram. So, you can message her directly with your order, and she will make sure she gets to you. Appreciate you for staying by. Back to the game. Him versus Sephiroth.
I'm waiting, Cloud.
So like I say, you have to play the game in order to know what I'm talking about. So like I say, we are looking at Cloud versus Sephiroth right now. This is the peak level we want him to be at his strongest when he's going against other characters.
Let's finish this. Fate is not to be taken lightly.
Shut up! We're just gonna watch a little gameplay of it. We're not gonna watch a lot. And this is Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is not the animation that they have, which I could have went that, but I'll take more of a chance of getting copyrighted if I do that. So it's just best to do it on gameplay.
Let's finish this.
y'all know he does have the Buster Sword or whatnot. You know, so he is going in a little bit. If you look at the sword, of course, on the game, he switched out weapons. So that's not the actual Buster Sword that he has normally. This is a different version of the sword. Let's skip up a little bit. We don't want nothing to where he fight. We don't want nothing to where he's getting any kind of help at all. If I was Sephiroth, I would kill him. I'm already. See, look at that. He had help. See, that's another thing. When we doing these gauntlets, right? We are not adding anybody in to help fight.
Let's go.
Y'all hear me okay? Am I too low or loud? Yeah, I can hear it.
No holding back. It's on you.
Here goes.
Boy, that person died. Bye. So we gonna keep that video going in the background, right? And we finna go off of this dude's feats and stuff. We finna go off of everything that's up on here. We gonna go over his feats, weaknesses, and all that good stuff. I know you fucking lying. Why you gotta do me like that? Hold on, people. Give me a slight second. So we got with Cloud, right? Cloud has a lot of feats. He has a Omni/slash limit breaker or whatnot, and he has a versatile combat style, he got iconic weapons. His leadership roles pretty much boost him up to be pretty much gives him, okay, I'm gonna read it. Serves as the party leader for the most of the game, guiding the team through major battles and story arcs. That gives him a little boost, but whatever. And he survived the Marco poisoning or whatever. And then he defeated Sephiroth. So he pretty much got a total of like 4 things that makes him a little bit stronger. In which, with him beating Sephiroth, is like the main thing that really helps him, or whatever the case may be. And so his weaknesses, he has mental health struggles, in which a lot of us have. I didn't ask you to do that for no emojis. And then he has the cell manipulation, which is injected with alien cells, making him vulnerable to Sephiroth's control during critical moments or whatnot. Which Sephiroth is already fucking dead anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, he can't really control him like that. But when he did, like if you see right now how Sephiroth's really talking to his ass, he really just getting into his mind with a whole lot of stuff or whatever. And then he has motion sickness. You can't have... See, this is the part I don't understand about him having motion sickness. How can you have motion sickness with all the movement and all the shit that you be doing or whatever? And then he have elemental vulnerabilities or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That causes him to become weak to certain elemental attacks. And then he has a slow limit break progression, in which it takes him longer to build up that limit break power or whatever. And that ain't good. That's not good. All right, so moving on. We moving on to this motherfucker right here. So this is what me and Dark Armor Titan was talking about, right? With him, he's only way. Well, no, we're not gonna do that. So his feats and strengths, his signature move is Clone Slash. It creates a mini tornado with a sword swing, knocking enemies off their feet. Self-taught style, which he pretty much taught himself how to fight. He taught himself how to fight, and he was inspired by Musashi. If you know about any of the old lore when it comes to, I want to say Musashi's. I used to play the old Musashi games. That's how I know about Musashi. I played it on Sega. No, take it back. Played it on the PlayStation when it first came out or whatever, right? The very first PlayStation, I played that. And he's a versatile fighter. He's strong mid range, and he can zone. So when they say when they say that he's strong with mid range, so if you look at the gameplay, he uses the cyclone slash the tornado to pretty much cover the ground or whatnot. That's pretty much what zoning is. Throwing projectiles and punk fighting. That's what I call it. But anyway, and yeah, and he also have gotten to other fighting games like Soul Calibur 6, King of Fighters 15 or whatnot, and you know he's been in a couple, even hell SNK versus Capcom versus SNK. So he's been in a quite few crossover games. So that's another reason why I put him in here also, because there's also been a lot of people that hasn't played the Samurai Showdown games or whatnot. But if you've seen him in the other games, this is where he's from, Samurai Showdown or whatnot. And so like I always say, I got a show where they're doing the max, you know what I'm saying, being the max themselves or whatnot. Because with him turning red, like I was telling Dark Armor Titan, he has another form to which they separated him in later games to where he pretty much like Evil Ryu, Evil Ken, Akuma them, with Akuma turning to Oni, to pretty much where they get possessed, where they become a little stronger, or whatever the case may be. And y'all see that right there where he's going to work. Cloud got a he got a little thing going on. I don't know if he gonna make it. He might make it. He might make it. All right, so his weaknesses. He got limited mix-up, right? He lacks strong, low attacks or tricky setups, making him predictable against defensive players. So with that being said, now this right here might be his downfall against Cloud, is because he's limited on it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we're gonna keep on moving. Deflected norm. I said deflected. So it's pretty much easy to deflect him. He's short-tempered, and that's the reason why he transformed. So if he get close to death, he transform or whatever the case may be into his. Because he almost did it right there, but I don't think they do it on this one or whatever. And he got poor long-range options. The only long-range option he has is that little tornado. That tornado that he fling at you, and that's about it. That is it. He ain't got nothing else. He just has that, and that's it. So that's all his features. So when I edit this video, I'm going to put this off in there. We're going to break that shit down. All right. I ain't mean to hit play on that. Well, hit pause. All right, so moving on. Moving on to the next one. So we got Ghost. Got Ghost. All right, hold on, dog. We ain't trying to look at said shit. So now we have Jin's feats and strengths. So he has ghost tactics. He got ghost stance, master swordsman, strategic leadership, emotional resilience, and he beats Kodokan. So he did all that. So with his ghost tactics, he's pretty much great at stealth. Ghost stance, a terrifying combat mode. A terrifying combat mode triggered by consecutive kills. He was trained from childhood with his uncle because his dad had died. So that was his fuel and motivation to become better. And then he exceeds over everybody else that's pretty much in his clan, in his kingdom or whatever the case may be. But that's why they called him Ghost. And he endured a lot of betrayal, loss of family. His uncle betrayed him at the end. Literally, his uncle betrayed him at the end. And then he's very strategic or whatnot because he united warriors, monks, pirates, and villagers in order to take down the Mongol invasion. So his weaknesses, right? He has a conflict of identity. So which that means is so the style that he used when they was talking about the Ghost of Tsushima and all that shit, the Ghost had got banned from that land because it did more killing or whatnot. It went against the code of the samurai. Whatnot, they was not to kill, they was only to maim, dismember, and that's it, and not kill. But he took it that far to kill. So that's the reason why his uncle betrayed him at the end. And so, like I was just saying, he dishonor and tradition. His use of stealth poison is seen as dishonorable, resulting in him to get exiled and loss of his status or whatnot. Then he had an emotional burden, haunted by the deaths of loved ones, including his father and close allies like Taki or whatnot. And then also, you know what I'm saying, he has limited range combat in which he throw a scythe or a kunai at you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He throw smoke bombs. So I don't see why they said. And he uses a bow also. You know what I'm saying? They try to say that is limited, but I don't think that is limited. I think that's more so in your arsenal, but you can't be up close and personal with a damn bow trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to deck a motherfucker, because it ain't gonna work out for you. You're gonna get smacked every time. So if you look at it right, he's really just working his way. He really just working his way. It's a bunch of them and it's only one of him. And so if you seen earlier when he was doing like the little smoke or whatever, you know what I'm saying, he throwing stuff down, and you know he just pretty much working his way. He just a regular dude, but he inherited the ghost from his ancestors. You have to play the game to know what I'm saying. You have to know. You have to play the game to know exactly what you know. What I'm saying, what is going on with this character right here? Because Dark Armor Titan, he didn't know who he was until he actually did his research, because he automatically threw him out. He automatically threw him out, and he had to go back and do his research. He was like, wait a minute, dude is cold. But you know, like I say, we gonna keep on moving. We gonna keep on moving. He's one of my favorite characters in the Dynasty Warriors game. I literally would, you know what I'm saying, stop. Yes, this is a hack and slash, and I am putting Zayute in the gauntlet for the simple fact he's a great swordsman. And later on, like, so if you ever played Wulong, he possessed demon powers. And so yes, like I said, we are putting all of them together at their max prime states. We're not putting them off in their Before they found, no, we putting them in there fully powered, bloodthirsty, operated. So with Zayute, he's a loyal protector. So if you played any Dynasty Warrior games, Sun Quinn or whatnot, that is the one that he protects mostly, and he's also battle hardened, survived over 10 serious wounds in combat. Each story with that earned him respect. So pretty much it's hard for him. I ain't gonna say it's hard for him to die, but he just has a warrior spirit, and he don't go down easily. That's pretty much what I'm taking from that. And he used to be a pirate. He used to be. Y'all know how pirates is with anything. Pirates, them hard headed dudes. But he converted over to be, you know what I'm saying, to go with Sun Sea or whatnot. He transformed over to be with them, so now he's one of the best warriors. He's a silent warrior at that, or whatnot. And he also sneaks up and he let his actions speak louder for him, or whatnot. So his weaknesses, he doesn't talk a lot. He just go kill thirsty. Because if you look at the gameplay, his swordsmanship is good. And see, he has this little move right here. So this move right here is equivalent to, I want to say, Cloud's limit breaker. I want to say it's equivalent to that or whatnot. But he has weaknesses. His weaknesses too is he got a predictable move set. And he's overshadowed in his storyline, as in, you know what I'm saying? Yes, his bravery was a thing or whatnot, but he always gets overlooked because, you know what I'm saying, his arc really ain't that deep or whatever the case may be. It just shows that he's a silent killer. He's a more formidable warrior than anything else or whatever the case may be. And he's hard to go down, even though he does get taken down somewhat because he works with Lu Bu anyway. He started working with Lu Bu later on anyway. So I mean, I don't know. Zayute is the dude. But all right, moving on. So we have Onimusha next. So we got Onimusha. So we know that the game is a hack and slash. Hold on, wait a minute. No, I don't want to do that part. I need to. Nope. All right, so his feats and strengths. He got a soul absorption mechanic. Defeating enemies releases souls that power up weapons, restore health, and fuel magic, adding strategy to combat. So this right here would be good for him to fight against Cloud if there was other enemies around or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we want to do it to where he goes through a video game combat to where Cloud is the final boss, it might go against Cloud. And if he defeats Cloud, he get, you know what I'm saying, get the restored health and fueled with the magic and all that. In which Cloud got a lot of magic, so that could help him out also. But with that being said, I don't think that'll be beneficial for him if they just to meet up right then and there. So elemental weapons. So elemental weapons. Okay. Players wield swords imbued with fire, wind, and lightning, each unlocking new abilities and puzzle solutions. So with that being said right there, right? Cloud is weak to elements. He's weak to elements, in which we already displayed that. See, I'm gonna be more prepared on the next one I do, because I can put their feats, have all their feats together, and we could be there boom, 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 throwing feats at motherfuckers. But you know what I'm saying? That right there alone could hurt him. So we're not talking about that. We got the Dark Realm Challenge, a brutal option mode that tests combat mastery. Yeah, we're not talking about that. Character variety. He's a great swordsman. Time traveling brawler style. Oh, I said I didn't know. Said I didn't know he can do the little time traveling brawler style stuff either. And he also got training from Musashi. Also got training from that. So his weaknesses is he got limited mobility. Um, and his resources really hurt him a lot. So pretty much, he can't really heal himself like how he need to with his little demon ability powers or whatever the case may be. I need some gameplay, sir. I don't need that. I should have put no. We don't really know too much about him yet, so I can't put him up in there. Can't really put that dude up in there like that, man. But yeah, so he fights against demons. He does all that other little stuff or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And he lacks range or whatnot. He lacks range. So, with that being said, man, with me, who I choose, now I could be wrong, right? I say Cloud goes through Humero. I cannot say his name. Humero, he goes through him, but it was a tough fight, right? And I feel like Ghost could be his stopping point. I feel like he could be his stopping point. Yes, I know he got the limit breaker, but if he's fully equipped and he got the mastered ghost technique, I personally feel like he can stop it because once Cloud start doing he gotta build up his limit breaker or whatever the case may be. Once he go in the air, he throw all the little stuff in the air or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Ghost is not going to give him a chance to do none of that. He's going to shoot him down with a bow, or he's going to throw an explosive at him. He's going to do something to hinder him from doing his ultimate attack or whatever the case may be. But it's a chance that Cloud could break him or whatnot, being that he got access to magical matter, material, whatever the fuck it is. He does have access to that, but he's a professional at stealth. You know what I mean? So this could be a hard battle, but for me, I say he stops. I say fucking Jin put him down. But just to keep going, if he does get past him, him and Zayute, no, because he used elemental. You know what? No, I feel like he stops right there because he used elemental shit too, because he's weak to the elemental shit or whatnot. But with Zayute, I feel like Zayute will give him a good battle, but I feel like he gets past Zayute. I probably should have put Zayute second instead of third or whatnot because he's not getting past Jin or fucking Onimusha for the simple fact that he is weak to elements. He's very emotional, and these two are not. Well, ain't none of these moms emotional like that. So that could be his only downfall unless he do his limit breaker power up or whatnot. But then too, we already know how emotions in video games and anime can take a character to another level or whatever the case may be. But like I say, this is just me. I could be wrong. Y'all can put in the comments. Y'all can let me know how y'all feel about Cloud in his gauntlet, because like I say, I feel like he stopped at Jin. Jin stops him. Jin stops him. To me. But like I say, I could be wrong. Y'all just let me know in the comments or whatnot. I will put this portion on YouTube. It's going to be dolled up a whole lot better than what I presented on Twitch, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So if y'all got any input or questions on what y'all think about this gauntlet, let me know. And we can keep on going.